Hello, how have you been? How are you doing? Are you making the most of what your farm produces naturally? Are you contradicting nature or working with nature? Today I want to talk to you about the optimal calving season. We must make the most of everything we have while improving our farm and its soil. Nature is highly productive and it uses no fertilizers or agrochemicals. But this is true only if man hasn't degraded the soil. In the past, a long time ago, savannas created the best soils in the world. Savannas had grasses and some trees in it. Herbivores grazed and pruned the grass during the seasons and then they migrated. Ruminants need better grass and migrated first, while hindgut fermenters live only when the food runs out, as they can ferment in the cecum, like horses, elephants, rhinoceros, etc., which do well on lower quality grasses. And what does this have to do with your livestock business in 2025? A lot. By knowing how our soil forms, we can apply the same to our grazing program in three sections. For example, in the total grazing program, we have 1/3 of the land as a section 1 for the green season grazing, where we focus on higher quality grass. Another as section 2 as a buffer. And the third section as a place to grow standing hay and stockpile. We alternate these sections yearly because it is mainly in the stockpiling section that we greatly increase our soil fertility via long-lived soil carbon. I invite you to sign up for my free masterclass, Learn 3 Low-Cost Steps to Boost Your Productivity and Profits while improving your land fast. The link is www.rwranching.com/steps. As we saw in last week's podcast, our cattle's adapted genetics and selection guidelines will shape the environment. But we also want to maximize the conversion of our farm's tons of grass that we produce into saleable products. And this is where the concept of an optimal calving season comes in. You see many ranchers leave the bulls with the cows all year, causing some cows to calve during the worst season of the year and others during the best. Cows that calve in the green season will be fatter at joining, and they get pregnant more quickly than cows calving in the dry season. Cows calving in the dry season will be thinner and struggle to conceive. We find that selecting our best cows for real fertility, real life fertility, to produce bulls is complicated with year-long calving. We want to improve the herd's fertility, and I ask you this: is it true that the cow that gave birth in the green season has higher real life fertility than the one that gave birth in the dry season? The latter took longer to get pregnant, right? At the end, year-round calving complicates things, is expensive, and reduces your stocking rate. So let's do ourselves a favor and keep things simple. First, the calving season must be during the green season with abundant growing grass for best results. This helps you increase your real-life fertility in your herd. At calving, body condition affects conception rates. If they have a good body condition, let's say a 7.5, 8 point some, or 3.5 to 3.8, they will have high conception rates. If they have when obese, then conception rates go down. At the end, a cow must be bred 87 days after calving to achieve an annual calf. The calf next to the cow will be, on average, around 87 days old when the cow gets pregnant again. If your cows are not achieving this, you must consider using adapted genetics and new selection guides on your farm. Second, an optimal calving season should be short, no more than 45 days at the time of year conducive to green season calving. When we leave bulls on for 2 or 3 months, some subfertile cows will take longer to be identified and culled, so their subfertile genes will stay in your herd longer. For example, a subfertile cow can become pregnant at the end of the optimal calving season. But if we extend the time for living bulls with cows to 90 days, she would become pregnant again. However, she will be open again in the third year and sold. If a longer calving interval allows her bull calves to develop better, what will happen if that bull calf is chosen as a bull? Out of a cow with a longer interval between calves, the bull calf will look better, weigh more, be more masculine because it has more milk at its disposal. But in your herd, the truth will come out. That bull out of that cow will not improve your herd's real life fertility, and it will take you years to notice it. Real life fertility is highly heritable and depends on hormonal balance and body condition. These two things are highly heritable. We must identify our best cows in real life fertility first to select bulls from them. So, what can you expect with an optimal calving season of no longer than 45 days? First, you will be able to increase your stocking rate, the number of productive cows, by around 40% on your land compared to year round. That means that your profit should double, but do it gradually. Why can you increase stocking rate by around 40% when calving in the green season? Well, because a cow giving milk requires twice as many nutrients as a dry cow. Can you see the implication of this? Once you wean the calves, the cow's nutrient requirements drops to half, and this allows you to save money and increase your stocking rate. So, when you wean your calves at the start of winter or dry season, automatically your herd's nutrient needs go to half. And then it's easier, cheaper to maintain them, and your stockpile lasts longer. Another advantage of an optimal calving season, you will have fewer problems with the calves. You can better compare calves of the same age for bull selection. All those will be uniform. When you market your calves, they will be uniform. Easier to get a better price for the whole lot. Supplementation costs will be reduced when calving in the green season, and the cow's colostrum will have more nutritional factors so that their calves develops better immunity, and this immunity will last their lifetime. Another advantage, increase real-life fertility in your cows. Implementing an optimal calving season where they calve in the green season is the easiest way to increase real-life fertility in a herd. No expenses. And you will have less work by concentrating the birds in 35 to 40 days of the year instead of hunting around all year to see which cow has given birth and which cow has not. If you observe nature, you will find herbivores give birth during a few concentrated weeks. And this is for due to adaptation to their environment and survival of the offspring. This is how nature works, and we will be wise if we follow it. Because nature has deeper pockets than any man. So do not contradict nature in managing your land and your livestock. Conclusion and summary. It is not advisable to leave bulls with cows year-round because the grass does not grow the same year-round. If you have bulls with your cows year-round, start by gradually changing to the optimal calving season and get there in 4 to 5 years. Real-life fertility is highly heritable and depends on hormonal balance and body condition. We must identify our best cows and select bulls from them. You can increase your stocking rate, the number of productive cows you can maintain at a low cost, by 40% on your land. This is because a cow giving milk requires twice as many nutrients as a dry cow. You will have fewer problems with your calves, and you can better compare the calves of the same age for bull selection. Supplementation costs will go down when calving in the green season. The dam's colostrum will have more nutritional factors so that her calf develops better immunity, which will last its lifetime. Increase real-life fertility in your cows. In fact, the optimal calving season is the easiest way to achieve this. Concentrating calving in 35 to 40 days of the year instead of all year will reduce your workload. Keep it short, no more than 45 days, and during the time of year conducive to calves being born in the green season. That's how nature works. Okay, sign up for my free masterclass. Do not forget, learn 3 low-cost steps to boost your productivity and profits while improving your land fast. The link is www.rwranching.com/steps. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please consider your current calving season or the lack of one. Do cows that calve in the dry season become pregnant at the same rate as those that calve in the green season? Could you have more cows if they all calve at the best time of year in a short calving season? Could you sell your calves better if they were all more or less the same age? These are questions you will ask yourself and answer to you. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you. See you at the masterclass on the impact of the total grazing program on your land.